This is a No and Go Storm Alert. Here's Jonathan O.
I'm meteorologist Jonathan O reporting to you from Tokyo. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. This is a No and Go Storm Alert. Thank you to those of you who have written some kind notes during my absence. I am feeling much better, not 100%, but getting there. It's been a pretty rough week, but thankfully I am on a good path to recovery, so I should be okay. I did want to give you a detailed update about Typhoon Trami as it continues to move over portions of southwestern Japan and expected to impact the rest of the country as we go through the next couple of days. This particular storm, it's taking its sweet time moving through, and it's going to take some time moving through on its way toward the north and northeast. So let me show you the satellite perspective first with this system. This starts off on Monday. It hasn't moved anywhere, really. It did go through an eye wall replacement cycle during the middle of the week, and then after that it started to move toward the north, and now we come into Friday and we see Okinawa pretty much everywhere from Ishigaki all the way through the main island of Okinawa and toward the north, starting to really see the brunt of this storm. And this will continue to be the case as we go through the overnight period, through the day on Saturday, and even into portions of the day on Sunday, before the system moves its way further toward the north and east. So it's going to be making its way toward the western portions of Japan as we go towards Saturday and Sunday. Now, I want to show you what one of the Futurecast models shows us. And at the moment, the Japan Meteorological Agency is expecting the storm to be very strong and large, not only for its current position, but also continuing through the day on Saturday until Sunday afternoon. By the time we see the system moving toward the north, that's when we are expecting the storm to have enough resistance, enough cold air to where it's going to weaken just a bit. But because of its size and because of the way that it is moving, it is still expected to have some significant impacts when it comes to rain and also some very high wave heights. Strong winds, certainly. Very strong typhoon. It's going to pack a lot of those winds, but it's the rain that's going to also be of concern as we go forward in time. So this is the GFS Futurecast model, and as we look, it is expected to move over Naha on Saturday, and then Sunday afternoon is when we're expecting the system to move through. Now, that's a second system, yeah. So don't worry about that right now. Fukuoka, Osaka, seeing the impact. By the time we go into Sunday and then into Monday, the system is expected to move its way away, and then it should be weakened. Now, you did notice this model is indicating a possible second system. We'll watch that. It's a little bit too early to talk about that right now, but it is something that we are watching and we will have to keep an eye on as we go forward in time. But right now, this system, Typhoon Trami, is the one that we'll be watching as we go forward throughout the next couple of days. So here's the breakdown of the forecast for some specific select cities. Let's start with Naha. You're already seeing the storm impacting you, and it will continue to be the case for Saturday into Sunday. 30 degrees for the high. Temperature not so important. What's important is the fact that the winds are very strong at this point, and you're dealing with that. Stay away from the coastline. We've talked about this multiple times, but it doesn't hurt to repeat it again. Stay away from the coastal areas. It's the high waves and the storm surge that really crashes on shore that does cause a lot of problems. Many times that's where the deaths also tend to occur. It's water-related deaths that also lead to the greatest fatalities as opposed to wind-related issues. We'll see the system moving out far away from Okinawa. By the time we see Monday come around, we're going to be talking about impacts up toward Hokkaido. So by that point, you won't have to worry about it. Then from that point forward, Tuesday, Wednesday looking dry, looking at shower chances by Thursday and Friday. And again, this is about a week out, so we're not going to talk about it as much, but there is that possibility we may be talking about another tropical system by that point. So we'll watch out for that down the road. Now let's talk about what's happening over near Fukuoka, which is in Kyushu. You'll see the rains picking up later on Saturday, But it's Sunday that you're going to see the brunt of the strong winds taking place. We're looking at Sunday afternoon to where that system may be right over the central, the heart of Kyushu. And so because of that, you need to be on the lookout as it runs through. It's Monday when we should be seeing things starting to clear out and things should start to calm down. And we'll see partly cloudy skies for a good portion of the work week. So for you in Fukuoka, Kyushu, Hiroshima, the far western portions of Japan, be on the lookout for that impact late Saturday, throughout the day on Sunday, maybe into early portions of Monday. We'll be seeing that chance of some impact as we see the lingering effects going on at that time. Osaka, further toward the east. Now, we had Jebi moving through a few weeks ago. Absolutely caused a lot of problems over into the Kansai area, the Kinki region, really impacted by that storm. We're watching out for the possibility that this storm could also be a problem. I mean, you haven't completely recovered from that storm quite yet. Once again, Saturday afternoon into evening is when we'll see the rain starting to pick up, the wind starting to pick up. Sunday is going to be the prime time period, especially from mid-morning hours into the afternoon hours. So that's going to be a big part of the concern as we go through Sunday. We go into Monday as well. Monday morning, midday, that's when we'll still see the storm, at least the last bands of it, moving its way out. And then we should start to see some calmer patterns coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. So for Osaka, Kobe, Kyoto, Wakayama, the general central area from Kinki into the western areas of Tokai, be on the lookout for that as we go forward in time. Now, Tokyo. You're also a part of this story as well. We're all under a storm alert at this point when it comes to this particular storm. Saturday during the day, late evening, we'll see the rain really starting to pick up. During the day on Sunday, we'll see the winds pick up. It's when we go into later on the day on Sunday when we'll see the rains really intensifying. The winds will also really be picking up. Now, the track of the storm is quite wide in terms of its uncertainty because, well, let's be honest, Japan is not a very wide set of islands. It's a very narrow set of islands that are very long. So because of that, the storm, the center portion of the storm can actually really wiggle anywhere from as far west as going through the Kinki region into the Sea of Japan and the Hokuriku region, or it can be going further toward the east, as far east as, well, let's say near the Kii Peninsula, rolling over near Shizuoka, and then toward Tokyo. So there is that wide range there. But the thinking is the fact that the storm is likely going to be moving toward the Tohoku general region. But in the process, the strongest side of the storm will still be facing toward the Pacific side. So because of that, we're still concerned on Sunday that we'll be dealing with some strong winds and some heavy rainfall in the process, especially as we go through the latter part of the day and into the day on Monday. Once we go into Monday, we should still see some improvement by the time we go into the afternoon, but it's a late Saturday, throughout the day on Sunday, into early portions of Monday, so you need to be on the lookout for that. So be prepared for that. Any type of public transportation. I know that it's the weekend, but if you do have any weekend plans, if you're going to be out trying to gather with friends or going to church or something like that, those types of gatherings, just keep in mind that you may be getting some disruption with public transit in the morning hours and then really coming into problems during the afternoon and evening hours. So you want to make those plans ahead of time if you're going to be doing anything, especially on Sunday. It's probably best to try to stay close by near your house or stay inside in the buildings during that time period because things are going to deteriorate relatively quickly by that point. Sapporo, Hokkaido, this is your forecast. Saturday, you're nowhere near the storm, so there's no concern on Saturday. Sunday, Monday is when you're going to see the rain. Now, we're expecting, at least according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, the system should be a bit weaker by the time it gets toward Hokkaido. Now, the Tohoku region, Sendai, you're also going to be seeing a later progression. So Saturday should be relatively calm, some clouds. It looks like that you're going to deal more with the impacts throughout the day on Sunday and into Monday. And then we should be seeing things still gloomy and cloudy on Tuesday in Sapporo. followed by some clearing as we go through the middle of the work week, the second half of the work week looking relatively dry over into the northern areas of Japan. So here is the summary of what we are expecting from Trami as we go throughout the next few days. Okinawa, you're already starting to see the impacts of this. You're already starting to feel the strong winds and the heavy rainfall with this storm. It will continue through the day on Saturday. And then by the time we're going to Sunday, late Sunday, you should start seeing some improvement. Kyushu, Shikoku, Chugoku regions, you'll be seeing impacts picking up on Saturday, really peaking as we go into the daytime hours on Sunday. And then by the time we go into Monday, things should start to clear out for you. Kinki, Tokai, extending to Hokuriku, you'll be dealing with the impacts as we go through Saturday, especially the latter part of the day, throughout the day on Sunday. And then by the time we go to Monday morning, we may still see some lingering effects. More likely for the East Shore, but more likely you'll still see some of the impacts. And then by the time we go into Monday, things should start to calm down. For those of you located in Tokyo, impacts late Saturday, especially during the day on Sunday. And then by the time we go into Monday afternoon, things should start to be a lot calmer as the storm moves out. For those of you in the Tohoku region up toward Hokkaido, you'll expect the impacts to start picking up as we go through the day on Sunday. And then really peaking out late Sunday and into the day on Monday. We should see the storm being weakened by that point, just a bit, but still looking at some strong winds and heavy rainfall. And then the system should be out of the area as we go into Tuesday. Please stay away from the coastal areas. Please try to stay away from windows and stay in secure buildings as the storm passes by the area, and be aware of flooding concerns. If you're near rivers, if you're near lakes, if you're near anywhere that flooding easily occurs, you want to be prepared to evacuate. Landslides are also a concern, especially for the central and western areas of Japan. Be on the lookout for that. And then the flooding concerns will always be something you have to be of particular concern, simply because we've already had so much rainfall across Japan, and especially for those of you in the Kinki region, you've dealt with one typhoon just a few weeks ago. This system is not going to be that much more of help. So you want to make sure you're aware of your situation and be ready to evacuate. Listen to your local officials. Everyone, make sure you're listening to your local officials to make sure you are aware of the weather situation as we go throughout the next few days. Again, for the entire nation, starting through, going into Saturday, throughout the day on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then the storm should be completely out of the picture by the time we go into Tuesday. I will be in the office and we'll be broadcasting on NHK World for part of the day on Saturday, and also the entire weather team will be gathered together to continue with coverage on Sunday for NHK Newsline. So we'll have you updated throughout that time period, so make sure you pay attention and join us on the air and online to be aware of that weather situation. Again, pay attention to your local officials. They will let you know if there's any need for evacuations and any type of additional safety precautions at this point. This has been a No-Go Storm Alert. I'm meteorologist Jonathan, reporting to you from Tokyo.